Spencer, and we're actually under a first alert weather day for some overnight storms continuing through the morning. We want to give you the latest timing, show you what's out there right now and what you can expect, as it could be a little tricky for that morning drive coming up in the morning. So here's a look at our weather top 4 on 4 as we will be tracking those storms overnight and into the early morning hours. Some could possibly be severe, and we will see gusty winds 40 miles an hour or greater with some isolated tornadoes. A possibility. We can't rule that out, but it is on the low end of possibilities. Heavy rain and flooding will be the main concerns that we'll have with this system moving through. Now for tonight, this is our severe threat area, includes Clarksville, Waverly, Paris, westward. Now it does expand a little bit by morning and includes greater area like Memphis to Nashville, all the way over into East Tennessee. But notice both what we're going to see overnight and tomorrow is going to be on the low end, 1 on that 1 to 5 scale, so it's a marginal risk across the area. Now we turn our sights to one of the greatest concerns we have, which is a flood watch that remains in effect through the morning on Wednesday. Does include folks in Huntington, Paris to Waverly, Nashville, all the way over to Salina and Franklin in Kentucky there. So with that, we can see additional rain on what has been already saturated ground. Now let's just add something else to it, and something else that hopefully will not be a big deterrent for you tomorrow, but it is some dense fog that is forming here across the southern and southeastern portion of Middle Tennessee. And visibilities are already down to a half a mile at least, if not greater, in some locations here across the south. So just keep that in mind. It is expected to end around 4 a.m., but we'll see how things go. Just be mindful of the potential for some fog developing in the morning. Now, as we look ahead to what to expect driving-wise, poor visibility from the rain, from the potential for fog. Always best to use your low beams, but you just need to have your lights on, even if it's daylight. Wet roads, watch for ponding on those roads. That can cause hydroplaning. And heavy rain is possible, which means those wipers are going to be on. And if those wipers are on, your headlights need to be on as well. Here's what we're seeing right now on our first alert live radar. We have this first round of storms, which we saw this earlier on Futurecast. That's moving up towards the northeast. So we're going to have a quiet time after that passes by. Just folks there in Clarksville, Hopkinsville, hearing those rumbles of thunder there. Let's show you the bigger perspective here, and you can see what I mean. We've got more activity that's going to be moving through, but it's going to be delayed. So we've got this first round and even no warnings out behind any of this. So that's good news. We could get off without a warning at all, but just know that it is possible we could see a strong to severe storm developing. Clouds, of course, have gotten thicker tonight. That's our live camera view right now with our latest conditions, 55 and a southeast wind at 6 miles per hour right now. Here's our Futurecast, and that shows how it's really picking up well on what's going on right now. Shows that batch moving out. And then our main round will come through in the morning. We've got some heavy downpours, some gusty winds with that. That stretches out by 8 o'clock to Clarksville to Paris, slowing down just a little bit, but should come into Nashville before that morning rush is over with. Look at that line holding together around 11 o'clock, extending all the way over to Murfreesboro and into Livingston as well. And then that moves on towards the east, and we'll start to see some clearing. Those temperatures will be dropping behind that. So it's going to be so much chillier as we end the week. 10 o'clock tonight, we're talking about 42 degrees with our temperature. It keeps on diving down to 6:30 on Thursday, down to 37 degrees, 35 there in Murfreesboro. And we're just all in all looking at a cooler day coming our way. Winds also a factor. They'll be picking up for us. There's not a wind advisory in effect, but inside a thunderstorm, we could have wind gusts up to around 40, even 60 miles an hour makes a severe thunderstorm. But outside of those thunderstorms, we could even see breezy conditions that will take us up to 25, 30 miles an hour before all this starts to settle down as we get into the afternoon. Here's a look at our rainfall totals. We're talking 1 to 2 inches of rain, a possibility, especially in that purple shaded area. So that could contribute to the flooding issues, and note that is where the flood watch is in effect. And there you go with our planner for tomorrow. We'll see those storms overnight, continuing through the early part of the day, but they do start to taper off. And notice the temperature drop. The wind changes directions, and the temperatures will start to tumble into the 40s by 6 o'clock tomorrow. Our first alert forecast for the next 7 days. We've got the rain for you coming up on Wednesday with some thunderstorms in the morning, but tapering off in the afternoon. That 62 you see for the high, that will be early, and then temperatures will drop as the day goes on. Then for Thursday, mid-30s to start off, 50 during the afternoon, but really I shouldn't say the afternoon because that 50 is probably going to hit pretty early on Thursday, and temperatures will be dropping. 34 degrees for your Friday morning, mid-40s in the afternoon. Chilly stuff on Saturday and Sunday. Boy, bundle up if you're going to be doing any outdoor things. Temperatures will be in the 40s. 51 for you on Monday, and some isolated showers on Tuesday. Little Santa waving there, reminding us that Tuesday is Christmas Eve. And that, my friends, is a look at your 7-day forecast. I've got an update coming for you. Wow, in just about 20 minutes or so on WSMV4. We'll have that on our app as well, so streaming there. And thank you to those folks who are watching my simulcast on YouTube and on my Facebook page. I appreciate you there. Make sure that you subscribe or follow me, whatever the case may be, wherever you might be. And my handle on Facebook is right there on the underneath that 7-day forecast, and that is Lisa Spencer WSMV. And my YouTube channel is youtube.com/c/Lisa Spencer. Have a great night and hopefully a restful night. Just keep in mind we do have that possibility of thunderstorms, and I want to make sure that you are staying weather aware in the morning or overnight. Make sure you've got your weather radio set and also your cell phone where you do have some sort of notifications coming to those phones. I want you to have a way to be alerted just in case one of these storms gets a little feisty. And although we're not expecting it, there is we can't say zero chance of tornadoes tonight. There just is an isolated chance, but keep that in mind. And I hope you have a great night. Take care.